on my wrist, for real. LV on my chick, for real. Waco taking risks, for real. Went through hell to get to this, for real. I'm not pressed with making lists, for real. I stay low and stack my chips, for real. You keep looking for a flip, for real. That's not wealth, that's rich, for real. 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 Really real. Really real. Really real. Really real. For real. For real. For real. For real. No liens on the whip, for real. I get bored, I take a trip, for real. Take a loss, I never trip, for real. Been in shock, I'm not a lick, for real. Don't trust the soul, it's on my hip, for real. Make a move and you get hit, for real. No pictures by the crib, for real. Can't let them know just why I live, for real. 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 Really real. Really real. Really real. Really real. For real. For real. For real. For real. Plain Jane on my wrist, for real. LV on my chick, for real. Waco taking risks, for real. Went through hell to get to this, for real. Time to run it all. I wake up. Yeah. I wake up. Flex. Thumb down now. Check. No drip this. Wet. Time to run it all. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first die. Stretch. Time to run it all. I wake up. Flex. Thumb down now. Check. No drip this. Wet. Time to run it all. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first die. Stretch. Tell them run it. 9 out of 10 roll through my hands, I'm by my lonely. Turned to a savage, now my baby wants to hold me. I love my fans, don't need no friends, I got my homies. Thought I could trust you, I find out you tried to zone me. I'm number one up on that court, I'm Nick McGrady. The first one in, the last one out, can't call me lazy. Put in my hours, send the invoice and they pay me. I need 6 rings like MJ and Tom Brady. I wake up, flex, thumb down now, check. No drip this, wet. Tell 'em run it all. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first die, stretch. Tell 'em run it all. I wake up, flex, thumb down now, check. No drip this, wet. Tell 'em run it all. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first die, stretch. Tell 'em run it all. Y'all gon' make me take that trip way out to Europe. I call up Nigeria, come through in a hurry. Those London boys don't come to play, you should get worried. One false move, find yourself there getting buried. Dance with the devil, used to love playing those games. Made some bad decisions that brought my mama pain. I made a promise to her, swore that I would change. I'm on the come up, bet I live up to my name. I wake up, flex, thumb down now, check. No drip this, wet. Tell 'em run it all. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first die, stretch. Tell 'em run it all. I wake up, flex, thumb down now, check. No drip this, wet. Tell 'em run it all. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first die, stretch. Tell 'em run it all. SOS. SOS.
Good morning all. Yes sir, hope everyone is well, hope everyone is good. Happy today is Tuesday. Let's see how all systems go. Everything does look like it's working here. And yeah, let's get into it. So, Let's have a look at what we got going on the charts here. Start off with news for today. Today's going to be Tuesday. Powell is speaking tonight. Very interesting to see Powell speak. So refresh, make sure nothing's changed. No, he's still speaking. So be careful with Powell's speech. He's obviously going to speak about government shutdowns and the lack of being able to get figures out, right? Unemployment claims, we haven't gone out any figures. NFP has been delayed, everything. So we haven't got anything out from the US because, you know, we basically have government shutdowns still. So it'll be interesting to see what he has to say. We have a lot of people speaking, but that's after all the sessions. So it's pretty late, 8:20 p.m. It's pretty close, just after London close. Right now we have a bit of claimant count change. This is insane. This used to be a red folder. There was a time on the GBP when we used to have this news event here. And this used to send price at least 50 to 100 pips. Just for this news event here. So now it's even turned into an orange folder, not even red. So that's super interesting to see. Otherwise, we're very clear. 1 p.m. we have some German news, but that's not going to be too much of concern. Now coming to the charts. Big rally from daily open here, and we retrace basically almost this whole 700 pip move almost. One candle here of 590 pips here. What a 150-minute candle, man. 2 5-minute candles of absolute heavy downside. If you're not measuring today, be very careful because the ranges are massive. Just this bounce here is already almost 150 pips. This is like intervention, man. That was like an intervention. So what happened here? Well, I'm not sure. A bit of manipulation, not manipulation, but just profit taking, man. We're at a very high point here in the market. We front run the 180 level. After front running the 180 level, I think this, but see, this is the thing. We had this news come out. Trump accomplished so much today. I don't really think that caused it, because if you look at the time, that came out at 39, but obviously it would have come out earlier, maybe 35, maybe that's what caused it. But 600 pip move down is pretty insane, right? Pretty insane to see a 600 pip move down. Yeah, exactly this is literally what happened. This is, yeah, it's, you know. So we're trying to bounce right now. We'll see what happens with the bounce. We have this level here, 35. I don't know where it's going to react. Actually, we can leave this here at 40. And I'll tell you why. We can put it at 40. So it's very hard to just jump in right now like this, you know, and have to run a 200 pip stop loss. Put this as P15. We probably want to be a buyer above this P15 here. I mean, sometimes, you know, this is just a bit of madness, you know. 1 minute, there's no way to get in as well. Just straight 1 minute bounce. It's not really bouncing from anywhere too significant just yet. Tap the previous 15, which makes sense. Not the daily open, but previous 15. And massive bounce coming through. So, yeah, need to let it relax a bit. Create some structure for us. And then we can look if this wants to continue bullish. We can play that, right? We can play that. But for now, we have, we just had a one candle 600 pip dump, which is massive, man. Massive to have a 600 pip dump in one candle. So I'm not worried about catching 15, 20 pips in a 600 pip move. We don't need to jump in and then, because see, these pullbacks are nasty, huh? This pullback here is already 60 pips. Make sure 68 pips already, huh? If you're not measuring today, you are going to cook your whole account. Make sure to measure. This looks like a normal thing. Just this here, already 90 pips down already. 100 pips now. That's it. 100 pips gone like that. In a matter of under 110 pips gone. If you are not measuring today, you are going to lose your whole account. Okay, so please, I'm telling you that 50 times, because I know there's someone who's going to lose a lot of money today. Because that pullback, this 1 minute candle here is 90 pip 1 minute candle. Okay? I'm being serious. This is how a lot of people lose money. They're not measuring. That's a 90 pip 1 minute candle. Alright? This second candle here is another 900 pip 1 minute candle. This is no joke, man. 100 pips in 1 minute is no joke. There was a time we trading gold and would hope for 100 pips in a day. Now we're getting 100 pips in one candle. So let's let this settle down. And then we see how to tackle this. Does it want to dump? What's going to happen? And all of this stuff. Now everything is normal. You just have to not be scared of the big stop loss, guys. That's one other thing you have to do, is not be scared of the big stop loss. Because stop losses are bigger. You're going to get scared of the bigger stop loss and not enter the trade. So just make sure it makes sense, and just the main thing is to measure. Now looking at DAX here. DAX also dumped same time. Daily time frame here yesterday ended up closing bullish here. So I wonder if it wants to retest higher, or is that the retest done? And now we're going to try head lower. In terms of heading lower, we have a 4-hour support down here. So we're almost tapping target for the day. This is also a gap here. Oh, what happened to my line, man? What the fuck? Let's put this previous 4-hour here. So bias is technically mixed here. 1 hour time frame heading down towards fill this gap. 30-minute time frame, same story. 15-minute time frame trying to bounce off this previous 15. Yeah, so buys as well. Probably we wanted to fill the whole gap here. So we need more information on this pair as well. Changes of structure, something like that. Then I can look for the buys only. Otherwise, I'm looking pullbacks, maybe continue some sells here. A lot of bearish momentum. Lots of bearish momentum. Same thing, US 30 dumped, SPX dumped, all the same dump. And we have not filled the gap on NAS. We have not filled the gap on SPX, and US 30 as well has not filled the gap. So, yeah, same dump we got in Bitcoin as well. Yeah, everything had that bit of a downside move here. So do we bounce or do we continue? Gold made a retest, trying to now continue down to daily open. What's with the spreads? What's spreads doing? Let's have a look here. Yeah, a bit higher because the pips are bigger. DAX is very high because we haven't opened yet. But that's normal. 2.5. Yeah, you know, when we're moving 100 pips in a 1 minute candle, it's normal, huh? 2 pips is going to be nothing. 3 pips, yeah, we're jumping 3 pips here. But look at the bid and ask line. I have bid and asked here. It's barely moving. Because it's a... Each like this movement here is like 8 to 10 pips already. Just that's like 20 pips. That 10 pips already. So the movements are, you know, is pretty crazy here. If you have 10 to 15 pip spread, untradeable. Untradeable, you just sit on the sidelines until it comes down, because it's just too risky, man. Immediately your 10 pips draw down. So yeah, anyways, that's the analysis for today. Very interesting day. Let's see what happens here on the charts. I'm interested to see how this all plays out here and see what we can do. So if you found the analysis interesting, leave a like on the stream. One thing we definitely have right now is volume. Does it continue or does it die off for London? So 200 of us in here, get the likes up to 100. I would appreciate it. You know the drill. Let's get this day started, bro. Let's go. Let's go. GU looking untradeable right now. Did GU have the same dump? Not as harsh. See where we are on daily, previous daily bearish now. 4-hour time frame coming back to retest 4-hour support. So you could have some sort of support creation from this zone to continue up. Yeah, GU is not in a bad spot. If it wants to create bullish structure, it could start to continue up. Sells are a bit cooked. If we retest here, you could sell back down, but otherwise a bit cooked. Oh, the spread. Let's have a look at what GU spread is doing here. I have GU here. No, my spread is chill. Depends on your broker, which is normal. Some brokers will have liquidity issues, of course, with this type of moves. Makes sense. So it all depends on your broker. I think we're reacting off this previous 15 here as well now. So today is an interesting day. You can go aggressive and get extremely rewarded or extremely cooked. People who calculate their profit of pips, they're going to be cooked today. 5 minute candle here, 60, 70 pips. Right? This one 5 minute candle here, guys, this one 5 minute candle here was 250 pips. That's nuts, man. One 5 minute candle, 250 pips. Damn. Why are candles big? Volume, bro. That is volume. Change the description. What's wrong with the description? What did I do wrong? I put Monday, I think. Yeah, I need to change it to Tuesday. Date is right, but day is wrong. TUE, Tuesday today. Can I take a re-entry? I don't know. Yeah, if you get closes below previous 15, structure closes below previous 15, you'll be able to re-enter your idea. This is my 4th month of trading and I blow 2 accounts feeling self-doubt. Part of the journey, make sure you're learning from it. You should be able to save costs blowing accounts. I don't know why you're spending money on blowing accounts but not spending money on actually getting better at this skill. It doesn't make sense to me. As long as you're improving, it's fine. But you can avoid blowing accounts by just risk managing, right? You can choose how much you want to lose in the beginning. You're going to lose. It's normal. You have to learn from those losses. It's not a bad thing. As long as you're learning from those losses, the point is the big point is you need to be learning. That's the massive point. If you're not learning, it's just wasting money now. Yeah, that's fine. You want to stop below the candle and enter break of high, right? Not on 5 minute as well. You want to be mostly on 15 minute. This scenario would work because we're in breakout phase, right? But mainly 15. Unless you have confirmation from a 30 minute, 1 hour or 15 to take it on the 5, right? You need something else as well. Why so much volatility this early? UK unemployment results? No, this has nothing to do with UK results. Trust me, UK has no volume, man. Look at GBP JPY. Same, whole market is in this type of dump, man. Money now going into the yen. One thing about doing markup on MT5, I'm only drawing 3 lines. Usually I mark everything. Out of laziness or just because you only see 3 lines to mark? Oh, because of gold, right? You're marking gold. Yeah, gold you'll have barely any lines. We're at the all-time highs, nothing to mark in the past. Yeah, that's normal, man. No volume? Well, there was a shit ton of volume, man. There is volume, it's just we are stuck now just trying to decide, man. We've had a massive dump, now we're gonna accumulate here. We could accumulate the whole of London, it's even possible. Time to change title of stream. Gold is so bullish. It was really bullish, it's still so bullish. We can just put a question mark. We can put will gold reverse? Will gold reverse? Question mark. Send 2 charts. Oh yeah, the other one just didn't load. Yeah, like that is great. Yep, this is fine. You just try to... I prefer you go with the 15 stop here. You know? No need to try put stop aggressive on 5 for no reason. Would you count DAX as tapping a target like the 31 hour kind of looks like? It is a target, it's not the main target though. Main target would be a 4-hour support. But I think this is a gap as well. But it did tap some sort of target, yes. Question is now, do we find resistance and go lower? Because we have very small change of structure, but that change of structure is leading into a resistance. I think gold above 40 would be good actually. Maybe if we can find something in the range. These ranges are tradable. Like just this range from here to here is 100 pips. Nuts. Learning, progressing, having positive feedbacks, giving motivation. Thank you. No, good questions, man. They're good questions. You're doing the right thing. Keep sending. Don't worry. Well done. My spreads on gold insane. Yeah, some brokers are. I have a doubt on trading opposing to close candles. Let's say we are looking for buy on UJ and 30-minute 1 hour close bearish. How much will it affect our trade? If we're already in on what setup though, right? There's a lot of context missing in that question. Because what if we're in a setup 2 and we had no 5-minute structure and then there's just a 15-minute candle closing like this with a long rejection wick? Then it's just like a setup 3. Same thing if we have a breakout and it closes bearish above. Right? If we have a breakout and the next candle closes bearish above but it's leaving a long rejection wick, it's not a bad thing. If it closes back in the range, yeah, then we need to see how many levels of protection do we have. Is this going to be a retest? Because sometimes a retest. How is the, right? How is the bias today, right? Obviously with mixed bias could be a little bit more scary than bullish bias, right? This all affects. I have 2 funded accounts and I plan to enter the same position in both accounts at once. Is it good or bad? That's fine if you're trying to pass them. If they're on the same firm, it's okay. Different firms, maybe they flag you for copy trading. They have the power to do so. They have the power to do so. When we have tapped a previous 15 like this and then we get a 15-minute close like but not below and we have 5-minute structure, then we can take entry, break a previous candle low, wait for, I mean, depends on bias and everything else, right? Context. Depends on context. So today we have bullish bias. So taking sells right now when we've reached a target, probably not the best idea. We've dumped down 700 plus pips today in a couple of 15-minute candles, right? Well, almost 700 pips. So you selling the lows after 700 pip move, probably not the best idea. Over trading is too many trades in a day? Yes. Yeah, whether it's green or reds, it's still over trading. Oh, like this. Yeah, so now you can wait for something closing below, right? With pending orders, should it be safer so it won't get flagged? Yeah. Yeah. Too many people focus on entry, focus on analysis instead. Yeah, entry is actually the last part, right? If you can get analysis, so an entry is only a way to justify your analysis with some sort of way to get in. Like you can get in the market in so many different ways. Supply and demand, you can get in from price action, you can get in from trend lines, but analysis is going to tell you what direction and where do you expect it to fill ranges and what direction to look for. And then entry is actually the last part. Problem with entry is that sometimes it has to have some sort of rules, at least fundamental rules, to keep you safe most of the time. Like you can see in my strat, I like to use break of top wick, bottom wick helps me increase. Those type of things can help. Does gold and BTC correlate somehow? This whole move we have in the market has been just an overall market dump here. We're seeing, well, now we're not seeing this, but we saw DAX push down, gold push down, US 30 push down, SPX push down, BTC push down as well. Now we're seeing gold maybe lead the way. I wonder, now I'm interested to see. So gold has just pushed down now as well, some more. Does it drag DAX? Does it drag US 30? Does it drag everything else with it? Because they all move together down. Do we see it all happen together? I'm not sure. We will see. The way gold rips, it's difficult to get a good entry. In a condition like this where you just move 700 pips in not even a 1 hour candle, you know, it's of course it's going to be difficult unless you you know, just send it. You know, you just close your eyes and press sell. Please explain the gap concept. Like in GJ it opened gap up. Is it a must to fill that gap? Like, or did the market leave gap? Markets can leave gaps. They can leave gaps and fill them weeks later, but a lot of market gaps more often than not do eventually get filled. But price can rally for a long time before filling a gap. But yeah, it's more likelihood. I'm a little late. How do you plan on entering gold market order on 50-minute breakout structure? Wait for 5-minute structure to form? Yeah, one of those would be a little bit better. I think now if we get above previous 15, we'll have to see. But around that idea, you know, we would get back above this 5-minute structure, back above this 15-minute structure. We could see some upside potentially. But we're just seeing right now a lot of uncertainty, right? It's dumping down, then we tap daily open, and now it's pumping back up again. These are not small candles. I took this movement up from 415 to 430 and got out before the sell. Yeah. I feel sorry for anyone who sold up, bought up here. You know, FOMO entry. Just said, fuck it, man, I'm sending it. Imagine no stop loss as well. Sheesh. Usually on gaps we don't have on candles, but on Forex we have candles with big gaps. What does that mean? Means that they are taking the last quoted prices. So actually, gaps are normal occurrence in the markets. But, right, we have something called candle smoothing. So normally the candles kind of smooth themselves out to close the gaps and make it a little bit smoother. But no, gaps are not an abnormal thing in the markets because it's just showing you the last quoted price. If a last quoted price had a second delay or they couldn't quote a price, it leaves a gap. Orange juice movement. Yeah, let's see what orange juice is doing. Long time I haven't analyzed. Orange juice CFD, let's see. A bit of a consolidation here on 15 daily time frame. Not looking good, man. Not looking good. He thought he would get away. I think prime buying zone though. Sheesh. Wonder if we should take a buy on orange juice right now. Does it want to make a move a little bit lower down into the 19,000s here? Or can we hold the 20,000s? Not a bad buying spot though. See what monthly candle is saying. Yeah, monthly has some room to come down here a little bit more. Wouldn't mind it. Generational rally since 2020 to 2025, and my man has to buy in 2025. My man had to buy in 2025, and now he's in generational downside swing. If we're seeing here, we have this type of a pattern here. Let's see what type of volume we can expect. Worst case scenario is we come back down to the 13,000s, which is very, very extreme. Short orange juice. Hello Harry, is the exclusive group open? Yes, it is open. Can join from the website. Close maybe 15th. Actually, I planned mid-month 15th. We'll see. Remote host. No, I'm not playing Counter-Strike now. Thank you very much. About to flip the daily now. Cheers, Wahid. Take care. Buy the dip orange juice. I buy the dip, it dips more. That's what it feels like if I do that on orange juice right now. That was me. I bought the high and dropped so fast. I'm now $125 drawdown, 500 account. On what pair, man? No stop loss? What's the difference between pips and ticks? Ticks is normally referred to indices and futures trading. Normally futures trading is measured in ticks, whereas Forex pairs we kind of measure in pips. Essentially, they're the same thing. Essentially. What do you see on NAS? Well, I wonder if NAS today will come and make the gap fill here. You know, I kind of feel like maybe by New York session, we could maybe attempt to fill the gap. If we fill the gap pre-New York, then maybe we could see a bounce from here. I was speaking about a higher time frame retest. So we have the initial bounce, higher time frame retest, and then the continuation. That's what I'm expecting on all pairs indices. Retest somewhere and then continuation. Maybe consolidation if we want to be a little bit lower, but retest first. So I guess a little bit of downside. So still we're getting bearish pressure here on gold for now.
Gary, what do you think? When gold just closed outside of that consolidation, the latest one, will it be considered a setup 3 technically?
No, because we're, here you're looking to trade only back down to here, and we kind of tapped that, in my opinion. This is tapped, and you're selling after a 700 pip move. It's just, I'm not comfortable to sell the lows after a 700 pip move. Maybe you try getting sells from up here, start to do some tricky business on the 1 minute. It's just not my plans these days. You try get in from somewhere here, you trust the sells, but it's not something that this is not a day we get every single day where you just have a almost 1,000 pip move, you know 800 pip move of downside and expect it to continue. So it's just impossible to unless you just want to give it a shot and just trust the bearish momentum. But that's not for me, to say, because I don't want to be the guy who sells the lows after a 700 pip move and then it goes up.
Makes perfect sense. Thank you.
So yeah, remember what we said, will DAX actually follow through? DAX is following through, right? So we see DAX also create bearish candle now, come back to retest the bottom of its range. We should see now US 30 start to roll over. We should see SPX start to roll over and NASDAQ start to roll over, right? All of them doing the same. Gold is moving a lot more heavier. This is just because of how much bullish pressure we've had on gold. Remember, stock market had not been making all-time highs, right? We've actually been retracing on stock market, so we're not seeing as much as an aggressive move. But gold had been making all-time highs, so this is just some immediate selling FOMO where people are just looking to really get out of the market and take profits, because this is a monumental rally, right? Monumental rally. Since Friday, we have moved up 5% on an asset like gold. That's massive. 5% rally. And today, just today, I think we're down 2% already. Yeah, that's nuts. 2% in a day is nuts. I'll tell you a funny story. When I was first starting out, I came from crypto. And when I came from crypto and I was making a transition to gold, Forex, indices, you name it, I used to measure, because in crypto, when we used to trade crypto, the percentage matter. So like a 5% move in crypto and we have 10x leverage, then we make 50% of the account. So I used to measure gold and I used to be like, bro, this is only, I mean, today is insane. But, on a normal day, when I used to measure a candle like this, I would be like, 0.13 move? How am I supposed to make money? In crypto, that would be like a 1% move. I'm like, there's no way I can make money with this asset. It's only moving 0.13. I didn't understand leverage, didn't understand anything. So there's a massive learning curve, even if you have experience from other markets. Why are the markets a bit tricky? They're not tricky. They're only tricky if you're trying to do something with them. Nothing is trickier if you're sitting on your hands, right? Nothing's tricky here. It's just watch and let the trade come to you right now. Nothing is for sure. It might fall another 700 pips. It might pull back. Yeah, like these pullbacks are nasty, huh? This pullback right now is 180 pips, man. Insane, man. Insane. Insane, another 180 pip pullback. Geo as well doing some crazy shit. Oh yeah, Geo as well shitting the bed now as well. Let's check, double check financial juice, see if there's anything here that, triggered this, like a news event. Let's have a look. None of these are just, this could have helped, right? Unemployment rate going up might have added towards the downside on the GBP, but we've been seeing this dump. Let's see what the US Dixie is doing here in this whole thing. Seeing a rally here, but nothing compared to what we're seeing on other things, right? Nothing what we're seeing. What you want me to say, bro? What do you want me to say?
Silence?
Yeah, it's what I'm doing, man. You know, just minute of silence to let him digest. That's why this is a dangerous word. Passing an account doesn't mean anything. How you pass the account matters. How? Because if you pass the account from the move, which is gambling, and you get lucky, right? And then you blow the account, it doesn't matter, right? So, unlucky, man, but I would recommend to try not get lucky and try, you know, follow a little bit more of a plan. What it would have been cool is if you had a plan and you decided to full push the account and then you got the account passed, so you didn't have to wait. You know, that would have been cool. That would have been cool if you didn't have to wait. You got your account and then you stayed disciplined and you started to trade normally. That's the best case scenario, because I'm also a believer. I am a believer in pushing to pass an account fast once you know how to trade. If you're someone who knows how to trade, you shouldn't be wasting time on funded accounts. Mentally strains yourself and you're always one step away from failure. You know, it's very normal to have a downside in your funded journey. I've shown it on different traders. I've shown, why this doesn't close, bro? I've shown it how it can happen multiple times, and it's part of the journey. Just because you lose 10% in a month doesn't mean you're a failed trader. Can happen, man, you know? Can happen. Anyways, appreciate everyone showing up to stream. Very interesting day. Definitely interesting to see this price action. Reminds me of interventions. Reminds me of interventions. Only OGs. Write a 1 in the chat if you were trading during the time of GJ interventions. Write a 11 in the chat if you were watching stream during interventions. Let's see. Leave a like on the stream as well if you're enjoying. You know the drill. Get the likes up. 500 in here, only 19 likes, all sleeping. Damn, we have some people writing 11. Been here since the time of interventions. Sheesh. Intervention was wilder than this? It was wilder. I just started watching you on YouTube when the intervention was ongoing. Nice. Those were some interesting times. Udia was giving me PTSD. Who remembers the speeches when we used to dub the speeches? That was so funny. Who remembers when I used to dub the speeches? I had so much fun doing that. I miss doing that. It was so funny, man. Oh, the speeches were the best. We can't do it anymore, man. All these guys in America are speaking English, bro. It's boring. It's boring. I learned Japanese from Harry. I'm not surprised, man. I'm not surprised. We miss Udia. Yeah, we miss his second man. Remember that man sleeping? The best is when he was sleeping, then wakes up and shouts at everyone. You opened 200 lot position and you didn't tell me to close. Oh my god. Funny as hell. We haven't heard this song in a while. If you know, you know. Bro. Who remembers Sniper Trader 420? That guy who used to make the YouTube parodies of me. Where is that guy, man? We need to find him, man. He never messaged me, nothing. He was just full anonymous. I think I subbed to his channel. I have had to have subbed to his channel. This is him. I found him. Look. Who remembers this? We need to bring it back. 1 year ago. Guys, go comment on his videos. I'm gonna share his channel. Go watch the parodies. Tell him to bring this back. Tell him to 1 year ago, man. I can't believe that's 1 year ago. You know, that doesn't feel like 1 year ago. Episode 2, man. We have to watch this just for the laughs. Apologies to those on Zoom because it will be laggy a bit. Just now in YouTube chat, he said I'm out. So who's closing early now? Closing at 400 when your TP was 200. Ah, caught red-handed, bro. Caught red-handed. Now open your mouth. Try me. Let's see your stats over a year, live in front of people. Come on. Start walking the walk. Let's see it. Come on. Keyboard warrior. I'd like to see how you look face to face. Don't say shit. You can't even look at me in the eye. You can't even look at me in the eye face to face. You have nothing, brother. Oh, shit. We missed GJ. Fuck this, man. I hate always this. Bro. Pissed from 1 year ago. Pissed from 1 year ago. We have to continue, we have to.
Oh man, look at this 15 close.
Oh, yeah. Pissed missing trades from 1 year ago. I'm not emotional trader. What lot should my lot size be? If you're on $1,000 account and you don't know how to manage risk, you're wasting money. This is my point. Can you imagine, guys? People they have $1,000 ready to invest into account, but you don't know how to manage it, right? And you're scared to invest in free information and just invest your time. From 1 year, I'm giving this speech. Better, you could invest and the music and everything. But you have the tenacity to invest, manage that, and then you blow it, and then you turn around and say, hey, and then you never pay money. Bro, we need to bring these back. Episode 1 was the funniest, I feel.
Welcome back, guys. My name is Sniper Entry ICT 420691116 Sniper Gang Forex Trader. And if you want to learn advice from me, subscribe to my channel. Keeping your back straight like this, and you're rowing, and then you get tired and you start jerking up and down, and moving back and forth just to get, you know, action in here, because I'm ready, man. I'm ready to smash GJ here.
Smash GJ here.
I am ready to smash GJ.
Bro.
Is Mr. No Trade your nickname? Maybe, depends. But, you know, your bitch calls me something else, but we won't discuss that.
Oh.
I told you I had to fire it again, bro.
You remember that time? Oh, man. Guys, go message. I'm gonna share in chat the links to these. Go message this. Put comments. Bring it back. We need to bring it back. He needs to bring it back, man. This was good shit, man. Always good to start your day with some laughs like shit, man. Shit. Sniper ICT, man. I wonder who it was. We need to find him, man. That dude had a crush on you? Man, it wasn't, I don't know what it was, but it was damn funny, man. We've had a lot of streams, man. We've had a lot of streams, and it's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun. I'm so happy. So happy with being able to share, like, your whole trading journey with everyone. Like, we're like 3 years almost on stream, man. 3 years on stream, it's insane. And to have these laughs and, you know, how many times I've been pissed and do it with people around you, it's just super fun. It's just the reality of a trader, right? It's just the pure reality of a trader, showing up every single day. And to have that on like record and for people to see, not this big shiny object of you posting that you're making gazillions of dollars and misleading people to buy into you because of gazillions of dollars, but instead, you know, have fun, make fun of people, and it's super fun. It's super fun. Extremely grateful to have that. Maybe he switched to ICT. He doesn't want to make fun of his strategy. Maybe. It's effort, man. He had to go back in streams and clip all of this 1 year ago. How many streams do we have? How can we count how many streams we have now? I want to see what the recent number is. How can we check how many streams we have, boys? Anyone know how to do this fast? Let me know. YouTube chat. Calculate how many streams I have would be great. Yeah, I have over 1,000 videos total. 900 streams? No chance. Someone check the exact number. I would appreciate that. YouTube Studio doesn't tell me. Doesn't tell me how many streams I have. Just tells me how many pages. I still have to count. Someone was able to count before. 713. Don't ask me how I did it. Yeah, bro. How did you do it, by the way? Thanks, man. You counted all the rows, so you went 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times how many rows? How did you count how many rows that fast? It's pretty fast to count how many rows, man. 713. Oh, zoom out? Is that the trick? I don't know what his trick was, but he should tell us. 713, damn. 700 streams. That's cool. I've watched at least 350. Shout out to you, bro. Shout out to you. He asked ChatGPT. I wonder, man. Two years of every day. We don't have 7 days of trading. Man, I don't want to sell gold here, guys. I don't want to sell gold. And we're just kind of like going to sleep a little bit here. Let's mark this 1 hour. See what we have here. This is a previous 1 hour. We tap this excuse me, hiccups. See what ChatGPT is saying here. I couldn't find a public of total streams that's showing you mean total views of Tradesharpe channel. Here's what I found. He has 101 subscribers. Thank you. 1,000 videos. Some individual videos have tens of thousand views. If you like, I can estimate. No, we want to know how many streams, bro. Let's ask ChatGPT about me. Someone ask ChatGPT about me. Ask ChatGPT Who is Tradesharpe? Is he a scammer? We should ask ChatGPT. I'm not going to write it on stream. We should ask ChatGPT about someone who we know is a scammer and ask them. So we know 100% they're a scammer and see what it says though. Because if it's saying they're legit, then it's lying, right? So I don't know. I'm going to let you guys and your imagination and your knowledge to write an actual scammer. Write them and see if ChatGPT actually warns you that they may practice some illegitimate things. Says you share data, live stream, live trades, don't gatekeep. That's cool. I can't read this out unless this is some actual scammer. I'm not gonna. Okay, we'll have to. Bro, I'm not gonna open this on stream. I'm gonna create beef.
So I asked DeepSeek because that's the one I use. Apparently, there's some sort of brokerage operation called Tradesharpe, and it's a known scam.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it spelled the same with an E, or is it? I've seen a broker with trade SHARP, not with my E, like my last name. It says you don't have a verified track record. No, my track record is not third-party verified. I am working on that though. I'm doing it for my institutional account. So I've spoke to some guys. They just need a few requirements. You're not going to be able to get verified if you very risk like me, how risk has been changed over the past few years. It's not going to be verification. So I've actually been working on that, and then I'm going to send it to the New York Stock Exchange to the to get verified from there. Then I will have a verified track record as well. So for now, my biggest verification is just trading live. Otherwise, yes.
So yeah, the spelling is the same.
Damn, we need to ban them. This is the negative. What's the... Oh yeah, Tradesharpe.ai for caution, not the same proof of fraud, but reason to be careful. Yeah, this is not my page. Maybe someone was using this to scam. You know how we have Discord scammers? Probably one of their pages, for sure. Please do not click non-legit links. All my official links are in description of the video. Also, let's have a look at, while we're waiting for gold, let's see Pip Labs leaderboard. Anyone first place? Oh, we still have Ricky. No, Ricky's still first place, 8% gain. Now we have Seb. I know who he is. Member. Oh, I know who this is. We have some exclusive members now moving into the... Yeah, now we have some exclusive members here dominating the leaderboard. Third place, exclusive. Depends. There was an exclusive member with similar name. I wonder if they use a different alias here. Very cool, very cool. Give it a try, get out on the leaderboard. Would like to see more of your names on the leaderboard, would be cool. Now, what is gold wanting to do? It's only giving me options to sell the lows. Now, typically on a normal day, if we would just woke up and had a mixed bias today, we could sell this range here, right? 15-minute clean range here. But today, it just feels super counterintuitive. Got approached by a friend who started a new project. I asked ChatGPT to you share and said don't go near to the MLM. Oh man, MLMs are a disaster. How about starting a prop firm with a business partner? I feel there's so many prop firms in the space right now that me adding another prop firm would not add any value. Instead, I can add value by helping others to pass prop firm accounts. If anything, would be more valuable for me to partner with a prop firm and then give whatever I can share with them, my advice or something like that. And, you know, that's it. That would be better than me trying to start it. It is an extremely profitable business, but for now, my business outside of prop firm is going to be this software here, which is our backtesting software. So at least with this tool, we help people pass prop firm challenges by allowing them to simulate passing prop firm challenges, right? So they get to train and practice with the rules and pass prop firm challenges, right? Very important. So I feel like we want to focus on that side of things for now. Even though it is a very profitable, very, very profitable business, if you can get customers. It can also be a business where you just go bankrupt, because if people start asking for payouts, that's another problem. I'm going to be honest. I feel like my audience is not the biggest gambler audience. So, and this is me being completely honest. If I was to make a prop firm and my audience is taking the prop firm, and only we wouldn't have enough gamblers to pay out the legit traders, because that's how prop firm works. You need bad traders so that you can make money. It's literally the truth. Do prop trades take trades from their best traders and trade on live accounts? No, they don't. They don't. It's more profitable. Instead of them switching to live account, they sell that data to brokers. They sell that information, and then that's more profitable for them. So instead of copying their best traders, they sell that information. I've spoken, I don't know if I can speak about this. No, I can't speak about this on live, unfortunately. Unfortunately. How much confirmation do we need now to long gold? You're desperate to long gold, huh, Matty? I know it's tempting, but yeah, we need to change the structure. It just keeps going down for now, man. We bounce like this and then reject, so don't be in a rush to long it. We need at least to have some sort of break of structure. We're still in a downtrend here, lower highs and lower lows. So let's see at least a higher low and a higher high first, and then, you know, we can do that. Can you speak about it without mentioning names? No. I'll speak about it in the exclusive group because it's a smaller group. But on stream, I can't. It will cause a little bit of... controversy. Could you check this one out? Can you check UJ? Let's say we're waiting for bottom wick and price has moved up this much and it reflips. How should we enter? Bottom wick where, man? It's moved up heavily. I mean, reflip on what time frame, bro? There's no reflip. Oh, you mean for buys? For buys, right? You could do two things here. You can either go back in the same place or you can wait for a 5-minute closing bullish. There's two options. Depends how deep the bottom wick is. You know, you can get in a little bit gap back above here. So make sure this is tapping a target, right? That's what you need to be careful. Type it, don't speak. No, I can't. I actually can't. Smaller audience, like the guys in the exclusive, okay, fine, you know. But I think on YouTube it's a bit too far to speak about those type of stats. But what I can tell you is, someone asked me about what does it mean to sell information? Why is it useful? It will give information to other prop firms of what strategies are passing accounts fast. So if they see someone using, so if they see a strategy that works really well and is passing accounts really fast, then they will make some rules to try avoid that strategy if it's costing them too much money. Otherwise, they just want to be aware and ahead of the curve. Because the worst thing is if they become illiquid, someone has found a gap in prop firms. There's been many gaps people have found with high... so these are the popular gaps that have been fixed. The first gap that was very easy in the past was that data from a prop firm and data from a broker were delayed. So there was 1 second difference between the broker and prop firm. You could kind of do high frequency trading, catching tiny pips in between when it was delayed. Okay? So there's that got banned. Then there was just bots that were like martingaling. So then there was new rules for that. There was different bots that, you know, had different ways that they were able to pass. They made rules against that. There were systems that traded really well, like some scalping systems, right? Some scalping systems worked amazing in certain market conditions. So they started to play a bit with slippage and spread, right? That's why you notice almost all prop firms have bad conditions. That's by choice. They can easily make the conditions better because it's a demo account. They're not pulling real liquidity. When you take a challenge account, they're not giving you $50,000, $100,000 to trade. You know? They're not asking you. So that information, you know, judges are sleeping. Yeah, even if you compare to Hadi, man, if you compare to Hadi Chupan, it was the same. Andrew was very impressive this year, actually. Very impressive this year. Slightly under conditioned, but he's pushed. He's much better than before. Derek, yeah, in a lot of places there, but this is how Derek's physique looks like. You know, he has very striated glutes and that's it. Dino finally taking, yes, finally, man. Dino, he's finally got his title after many years. Only took C-Bum to step down. I never understood the bodybuilding thing. I powerlift. It feels natural for a man to be strong, but to talk and judge each other's for glutes, nah, man. It's a different one. Is bodybuilding is not a sport, it's an art. The gym work is a sport, I believe. The difference with bodybuilding is they do lift heavy. You see a lot of bodybuilders who are very strong. They train hard. Proper bodybuilders train hard. They train harder than powerlifters. Powerlifters just lift heavier. But bodybuilders train a lot harder than powerlifters. And why? Because they have to prep and still lift heavy. Okay, so they're doing cardio twice a day. They're still having to go to gym. Powerlifters come do 2-3 reps and that's it. It's a different art. It's a different art and it's respectable because powerlifters lift heavy as fuck, man. Right? They lift heavy as fuck. But, you know, that's how it is. What I'm saying is men talking about each other's glutes is a little bit sus. Yeah, of course it's a little bit sus, but you could always just judge the bikini division, right? You could judge the bikini division and then you won't be sus yourself. You know? The art is on the peak week and then no one comes close to par. Yeah, but even peak week, most of the work doesn't matter. If you're not in condition, you're not going to get conditioned in the last week of prep. So most of the work is done. To peak properly only matters for an open bodybuilder who weighs, you know, 260 pounds and is full of muscle mass and you need to fill out his muscles. That matters. But for like a regular person, even in classic, peaking doesn't matter that much, can be kept simple. Also, then when they play with water, introducing different compounds, that could be tricky, you know, to manage that. See if it works with different, you know, I forgot the name, man. I don't know why it's just left my head. Anyhow. Diuretics, thank you very much. There we go. Yeah, so when they start playing with that, that's where it gets tricky because you can really ruin a physique doing that. DAX is still ranging here, man. We have open in about right now. So we're opening now. Let's see what we do. Nothing much, actually. Do you live in UK? No, I live in Dubai. What's your 1 rep max deadlift? I've not 1 rep max deadlift. I've only done for reps because I bodybuild. So for reps, I'm doing like 220 kg for at least 5. Not deadlift, stiff leg deadlift, so harder. I've never actually max repped a normal conventional deadlift. So yeah, 5 plates. 5 plates aside for reps. Progressive overload on your sets? Yeah, either from trying each week to do 1 rep more, or once I reach a certain rep range, I increase the weight. Or if I'm stuck at a weight, I micro load. So I'll put like 2.5 kg or 1.25 and try match. Or if I reset and get 1 rep less, then the next week I'll try get 1 rep more. It's worked the best for me. Also gives me a goal in the gym. Do you believe in God? Yes. I believe in higher power. It's something... it's weird, man, you know? Do I believe there's a physical being and his name is God? I think God is representative of more than a physical being, in my opinion. I think God is too powerful to be just one person. I think God is a multitude of different things, which we envision as one person. You know, there's like many religious book talks about Jesus or prophets in the Quran and you name it, right? Those are maybe religious. Those are single people, right? Those are single people that, you know, are prophets or, you know, stuff like that. But in terms of God itself, I think it's too powerful to be just one single person. I think it's more than that. I bench press 415 for 4 reps. Yeah, that's good, man. 220 weight is not bad. It's a good answer. Yeah, I don't really like to discuss religions and politics because everyone has their own opinion, but someone asked about my opinion. Maybe we could have some shorts here below, because now we're opening below this low. The only thing I'm scared is no top wick. Let's see how it looks on broker here. Gold is pretty boring here. 15 minute. We're not broken structure yet. See, yeah, no top wick on this candle here as well. So let's see how this closes here in you know. They say in the Quran, Prophet, he is Allah or an invisible. Yeah, I like that. That kind of, if you interpret that, it's kind of what I'm saying, right? Invisible means that it's not just one person that sits there, right? It's more than that. So yeah, now we need to see. God is whatever you want it to be. Look, and I'll end religion conversation here because I don't like, but one thing I always say to someone is that there's no opinion. This is when someone asks me about religion, this is what I'm going to talk to you. For me, what I believe in is that as human beings, we cannot comprehend religion, just understand literature about it. It's like trying to explain the internet to a dog. The dog will never understand what internet is. The same way that we don't know what happens in outer space or outside of Earth. We don't know. We cannot comprehend everything. There may be way more powerful creatures, way more powerful energies that just simply, it's like trying to explain the internet to a dog. It's something that is not in our comprehension, that we have not understood fully yet, but we can believe towards. And the number one thing I like is that we humble ourselves to serve towards something. That's one thing I like, right? Work of the devil is to be someone who wants to dominate and control, not serve. Human beings are way better if they serve towards someone, not in a slave way, but in a humbling way. Because if we serve for each other, we only rise together. We rise together, we get shit done. The best businesses, the best, you know, even from people around me, my parents, right, who came from their home countries to here when there was nothing, just sand, they all built with the country by networking. Network was their net worth. Who they knew, who could help each other, everyone was helped. This modern day and age, everyone's against each other. People just want to hate each other online. People just don't want to see others rise. I never lose for seeing other people rise, because if they rise bigger than me, then they can maybe help me. I can get advice of what they did that I'm not doing. So how do I lose? And they're scared, oh, I don't want to give him clout. I don't want to help him because he might be better than me. So what? That just gives you a bigger target, because if someone is better than you, then you can get better. If you're the best, then how? You're setting the standard. It's not a, maybe it's not a high enough standard. You know? So that's the one thing I like, and that's why I say your connection with, let's say, God is personal. You decide what you want to be, but having a connection to something except yourself is better. I've seen a lot of positive outcome in my life when I've not been self-centered and always respected someone for what I've been able to achieve, no matter what you call it. You know? So yeah, just really, really weird price action here today, boys. I'm not really sure, unless I'm impulsive entering today with no top wicks on 1 hour. I don't know. Maybe we can get in on 1 minute, but even 1 minute here is a little bit tricky. Let's see. If you're the smartest of the people around you, you're in the wrong place. It's facts, man. It's facts. It's the same reason Bill Gates helped Apple. It's why Elon Musk shares all the information regarding electricity. Think about it. Look who started. PayPal was started by who? Elon Musk and all other people. All of the guys who started PayPal together. If you go and look at the circle who started PayPal, one of them is Elon Musk. The other guy went on to make YouTube. You see what I mean? If everyone took the time and looked through a doctor's microscope, you would really understand how insignificant. Yeah. There's a duplicate of Elon Musk. Yeah, he's slightly different, but he looks pretty similar. It's pretty funny. See what gold is doing now?
What do you think about setup 2 on gold sell on the 15?
I don't like it.
Reasonable?
Oh, you mean on the 5 maybe, no? I don't like it. It's just really hard for me now to just keep on trying to sell.
Not break out, but you know, just to the bottom of the range.
For me, I just can't see it, you know? Maybe if you want to try it, I just, you know, double wick rejection now. And, you know, if you're going to sell, you might as well go aggressive on the 5 and hope that this is the one that goes down, you know? That would be your best chance if you're trying to sell. Just sell like right there and just go and see what happens. You know, because you're just continuing that lower high, lower low. You know, if it breaks here, you're going to be wrong anyways.
So on the 5, alright, yeah, makes sense. Thank you.
That would be the only way I see to get in right now. You know, but for me, it's a little bit forced. 70 pips, yeah, you have a 1-to-1. Right, so DAX retraced the move here. 5-minute closing with rejection. We have 5 minutes to the 15 close. Gonna wait for the 15 here, I feel. Just gonna go toilet in the meantime. We'll be back. Toilet volume. Yeah, we have a lot of volume already, I think we've had. So we could get sell continuation here on DAX today. That's what I'm only looking at. I think that would be the only way I'm able to enter today. It's just check a couple of levels here. Start off back on daily. Daily is okay. 4-hour full room. Any 1 hour sitting here? No. 30 minutes sitting here. A little bit. We need to keep an eye on. I'm just going to draw the lines for now. Then I'm going to mark them back. So we have these two. And then we have this one down here. Let's check 15 minute. 15 minute a little bit lower here. Another 15-minute here. And then clean. So let's see where we are. And then we can delete some lines. So we cross through all that. Cross through all this. This is all bye-bye. This one here. So just these two. This is a big clean range below here. So if we can see a 5-minute close below here, I'll be interested. That would be my plan right now. 5 close below. Impulsively entering. Did you stop trading GBP JPY? Temporarily, yes. The crow is hitting hard? Yeah, crow is moving mad. Do you think markets are back? August and September, we had worse price action. In London, yeah, but New York has been sick, man.
Gold is about to close above the range on a 5.
Let's see. It's a tough one. Big stop here. 190, you could get away with 140 pip stop. What's this on? No, not on a 5, man. Not on a 5. Not for me. Not for me, at least. I don't like 5s like that. Would have been nice if it just closed above. That would have been easy. It's too much mess. So DAX 15 closed below here, but now it's trying to head up a bit. No continuation yet. Bit of a different entry with higher time frame idea. There's no such thing as higher time frame idea and you're entering on a 5-minute. with that stop. Okay, you enter on a 5 minute, but you're running higher time frame stop, I understand. But running 5 minute stop, higher time frame idea can work, yes. But lower time frame has to work first because you have a lower time frame stop. So if it breaks your lower time frame, the higher time frame not going to work out. So yes, maybe you feel like that stop loss there is super accurate. Fine, follow your plan. But make sure you're considering the points I just talked about. This is the biggest candle I've ever seen. It's pretty, yeah, it's not ordinary candle. $10 a close above there would not be too crazy. 30-minute close with 15-minute close as well would not be too crazy. Valid gold buys above 38. Too late for me. I'm looking for buys above 23. If we can get above 23, see what happens at 25. How do you measure pips on gold? Drag this number here, you divide by 10. And this number here, you times by 10. So this would be 130. So it would be 130. Forex income considered as business income or capital gains in US? Not sure in US, brother, unfortunately. I could tell you in Dubai, it is considered as an investment income in Dubai, not a business income. And there's no license to trade it here. So yeah. When someone worked out for your gains for the year, did they assume 1% every position? No, they assumed based on R return. Not assumed, they took from the data. No 5-minute structure is a problem here. So if I get a close above here, I need to run deep stops here, 200 pip stops. Shit, man. Really? That's heavy. Where I send my trade journal for review, you can volunteer. Next week, I think, unless Warrior, he was gonna volunteer. So if not, then yeah, you can volunteer. Yeah, but if I make 1 hour, that could be 2% gains on my account. Yeah, that's my point. So that's why we measured in R. Because percentage gain of my account will be above 100. Well, not a, yeah, total will be with New York. Not just London, but yeah, that's my point. Because I'm risking up to 3%, right? S2 for what? Buys? Sells? Need to get back out the range. That's the problem. We need to be back out the range. Harry, correct me if I'm wrong. Discipline is doing things which are good for you regardless of carriage about any other things? No. Discipline is the act of doing things that you hate like you love them. That's discipline. Do you have a price action PDF with more than 3 setups? Yep, in the exclusive group there is. Volume dying on gold? No, not yet. Hate like you love them? Yep. Mike Tyson, man. Do you care about the previous 1 hour? Yeah, it's the only thing I'm looking at now, you know, that's why I'm waiting to see. It is something that worries me, but it hasn't closed, so I was gonna see how it closed. But it is something that I am worried about, man. But what I was hoping is that we test it now, and then I can see if it rejects off it or not. Otherwise, which it looks like, yeah, there you go, you know. I just don't like stop loss here as a swing position stop loss, man. It's a big boy stop loss. And no 5-minute structure. If we put aggressive stop loss, 170 pips, we need to get all the way up here to get just a 1-to-1. All the way up there. Nah, I probably want to retest here. Stop loss doesn't make sense for a... We have to retrace 50% of this move today for me to get a 1-to-1, not even a big trade. I want to enter on the retest. Some sort of retest. I want to be a buyer on the retest, not on the breakout. So I expect some sort of retest here. 5-minute candles closing bullish. I want to be a buyer. after we get the close. I don't know, last 1 minute it could dump below, obviously. It doesn't look like it, but you know, it happens. I'm up 1,200 on my 50k funded account. I had to hold $2,000 drawdown. This was psychologically demanding. I got unlucky with my newly... You didn't get unlucky, man. You gambled your new account. Don't say you got unlucky. Due to that dumb mistake, okay, you've identified it. You feel bad? I think you should take the day off, man. You've made money at least on your 50k, which was done in a bad way because you over-risked and had to hold drawdown. But at the same time, you should take the rest of the day off and just analyze and what's went on and all of that stuff. Wow, is this not going to close above after all that drama? Okay, just closed above this 15 barely. I want to see a retest at this point. So I want to see a retest. I'm going to be involved in the retest. Once I see 5-minute candle close bullish from there, doesn't need change the structure, but bullish candle, I'll be enter from here, stop loss below here, and hold this throughout the day. That would be my plan. If it breaks the high and fly, my other option to enter is to see 5-minute structure up here, something like this. 5-minute close bearish, next one close bullish above here. Right, so I want to see a close above here on a 5-minute time frame, which is also key level, right? Remember, we closed below key level. So I want to see a close below 5-minute time frame, close above key level 25, and just round it off to 25,600. So I'm above this 5-minute resistance. Then I can take it with aggressive 5-minute stops and scalp. That's my plan. But I prefer to see this candle close bearish right now. If it breaks the high and rip, the only way I can enter safely now is to run stop loss below the 30-minute wick down here, which is 250 pips stop loss. For me, it's not worth it. We do have the range, but that means we need to retrace this whole thing. You know? How to pass? I'm at break even, win trade, then lose. Focus on taking less trades, focus on one trade per session. And then we can have a look at your trades in the webinars. And send your trades in the group. Never seen one of your trades, you need to send them, right? Send them. That's why we have all these member trade reviews, NY session, London plans, feedback. Look at all these brilliant plans we have here. Any feedback you need, send them in here, tag me, and then that's how you get good, man. So yeah, that's the plan, guys. I'm going to head off now. I actually have a meeting. I need to make it by 12. It's 11:30 now. I need to get ready and everything. Appreciate you guys showing up to stream. Interesting day. The setups might come a little bit later because of the move we had early session. So I want to see us get above there or the retest. Good structure form from retest. Then we start to make it out of the range. So let's see what happens. On DAX. DAX is a little bit tough, man. You know, we need to see some more. So yeah, appreciate you all showing up. See you on tomorrow's stream. Make sure to show up. Take care. Trade sharp. Hopefully catch you guys very, very soon. And peace.